Hello, welcome. This is episode 3 of the KPDR podcast. I'm Lydia. You can find me on Instagram as Lydia Knits and on Ravelry as Lydia B. And you can find my indie yarn company Ohloops as Ohloops on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and in the Ohloops Ravelry group. I always feel like it's such a mouthful.
Because it is.
I know.
Hi, my name is Amber, and I am the owner of Bana&bean. And you can find me on all social media as Bana&bean and on Ravelry as WoodAmber29. And then you can find our podcast page for KPDR on Facebook.
Yes, you can. Yeah. And that's where we keep all of the events that we're doing together.
Yeah.
And any trunk show information and stuff like that is all on that particular page.
So we're filming outside today. It's the weather's kind of been on and off a little bit, but right now we have sun and just a little bit of wind, not rain, wind. And hopefully, sorry, I'm preparing my face.
The wind.
Hopefully the wind will stay on the calmer side. It's been kind of blustery today, so
yeah,
I'm hoping I don't lose stuff off the table. But we thought it would be kind of fun to sit outside in the sun and come to you from my backyard instead of inside the house. So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
So this episode will contain FOs, whips, planning, shop updates,
double take,
and some goodies that we got.
And then we're gonna do one little segment is we're going to do Confessions of a Knitter, and we're going to talk about projects that we worked on. I think we each picked 2, and talk about what we did like, what we didn't like, how we felt about it. I think we're both doing our very first projects too.
Yes, we are.
So that'll be fun. I don't think I've ever seen your first project, so I'm excited.
Not. I knit it a long time ago. And you can tell it looks like it was knit a long time ago.
I'm sure it still looks beautiful.
No, I don't know about that. But
so,
and then we will also have another giveaway prompt at the end.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So stick around.
Yes, we have a fun little giveaway thing for that, and the prize for it will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
I guess you want to start with whips?
Sure. I guess, and we decided I would go first, I guess, because I have a couple more.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to briefly talk about this, not super long because I haven't finished a whole bunch. But I am working on a square on my Oh Memories blanket. And I really like the way the yarn's knitting up. It's kind of like a pastel rainbow. And this is the Mama's Garden colorway. I don't know if you guys can see. That I knit my very first pattern ever out of, or my first pattern design. It was the Marcella Rose cowl that I designed in honor of my mom. So that was the one that I used. So, so there's that.
It's crazy how different it looks in a square.
I know, right?
Versus, on your shawl pattern.
I know. It's funny. To me, it's still, when I first dyed this colorway, I posted that it reminded me of Fruit Loops, and it still does. The colors totally make me think of Fruit Loops.
They do.
Because it's all the Fruit Loops colors. It's correct. I don't know. That wasn't intentional. It was just, how it ended up. But
I wouldn't have guessed that was that yarn in the square.
Yeah. It's knitting up very different. I love how yarn does that, though. You can never really quite tell. I mean, because it can always look different in each project, which is a cool thing about yarn.
Well, you're holding my whip.
Yep, I am.
So Lydia's offered to help fix my mistake, so she's tinking back for me because she does it so much faster.
Not this time around. When I say she knits tight, folks, it's no joke. It's really no joke.
So I think I've shown this before, but this is my sunbeam shawl that I'm working on, and up until the point that I messed up, I was really enjoying it. I worked on it the other night when I had dinner with my sister and somehow managed to not purl or not knit the row. Instead I purled it. So it didn't end up with the texture on the purple. And then I kept going and didn't realize it until I got home and went to pick it up again, and I was like, why is this purple flat?
Yeah.
Like, where's the raised
One
boat?
of these things is not like the other.
Yeah. So, and I almost thought about just keep going, but then I was like, no, it'll drive me crazy that I'll have one row that's flat. Then I'd have to start creating my own design and do every so many rows flat. So,
hey, that's what Stephen West would do.
Exactly. It's a design element, right?
Totally.
Yeah. So Lydia offered to tink it back for me, which is awesome. She's a sweetheart.
I may be regretting it at this point. No.
So,
Just kidding.
let's see. Knit on my High Sharps US 7s, 32-inch cable. Both colorways are Ohloops, Night Bus, and then the springtime knit that she did for the Knit's 2nd anniversary. So yeah, and I love how those colors go together.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, my both of my kids have already laid claim to it. Even though it's technically for me. But
No, it doesn't matter.
Savannah keeps telling me that I'm knitting it for her, so because apparently I only knit things for her. I don't knit things for her sister, so
That's funny. That makes me laugh. I stuck them down here. So I have a hoe. I finished my sock, you guys, and I absolutely love it.
me too.
So this is my very first ever cuff down sock. I've knit a ton. Seriously, what is my problem with word? Like, every time we do this, I can't enunciate to save my life. I'm also sick, so that doesn't help.
Design element.
Right, yeah. So I've done lots of toe up socks, but never cuff down, and I posted on Instagram that I will for sure be knitting lots of cuff down socks from now on. So
I'm excited to try. I'm hoping maybe it'll be better.
I think so. I think you'll like it more. Not that I still like knitting toe up, and there's definitely a place for it, but
I'm just excited to try your new pattern, so that way I can knit on sport weight instead of fingering.
Yeah. So yeah, and I am writing the pattern up for this. So, and I used 2 Ohloops colorways. The gray one is graphite, and the green one, speckly one, is through the trapdoor.
So pretty.
I love it. Thanks.
I love those colors together.
Thanks, me too. I think they turned out good. So,
Okay, so my next whip is part of our double take, and in this bag,
I still had one other one. Do you want me to do that one or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot about it. It's down here. I put it down.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
One more.
My last one, then we can talk about double take, is in this bag that my cousin Jackie made when she was still making bags. And it is my Twisted Fates hat pattern. And I designed this, I think it was last summer, we determined. I designed it as part of my Greek mythology club. And so I'm using the Hen House colorway on my High Sharps US size 8. And the original hat pattern called for a 4-inch brim, and on this one I just did a 2. So
You have both those in your 2-inch brim or 4-inch brim?
Yep. The instructions for, they're both there. So, but it's just a fun, it's just got these cables that run up the side, and then it's got the pearl in the middle, and then the rest of the hat is linen stitch. So
I really like how that's knitting up. It's really pretty.
Me too. I'm liking it a lot. So, and I'm sure everyone in the family will borrow the hat, because that's generally what happens. So I knit them for me, and then they all end up wearing them. So
my thing is, as long as you give it back.
Exactly.
It ends up, I have a drawer in my dresser. As long as it goes back in my drawer,
you can wear it.
You can borrow it, but
totally
don't take it if you're not going to give it back, because then when I want to wear it, it's not there.
Yes.
Okay, well, now double take.
Yes.
So
and if you're new to the podcast, double take is just projects that both Amber and I are working on at the same time.
Yeah, we're trying to do, things that we both just do together.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. It's like you get to see it 2 different ways. So this one in particular. So I think you've seen from Lydia's Instagram the Codicus shawl So that's one of the ones that we're doing together. And I'm excited because I got through the first color work section.
I love it.
So, and I love how these colors are going together.
Me too.
You did such a good job.
Oh, thanks.
So, yeah. So we're both using the same variegated color, Gadgets and Gears. That was part of our very first kit that we did together.
Yep.
The steampunk ones. So, and then Miss Lydia dyed me this really pretty kind of slate gray color. Would you call that slate gray?
Yeah, it's a slate-ish charcoal.
So, and then this one is more of a purple. And then my fourth color is this really pretty blue color.
I likes it a lot.
Yeah, so I'm really enjoying how it's coming together. And so I started mine a little different. I think the pattern calls for 6. So I started mine on a 7 and on actually a 16-inch cable, which I really liked because I didn't have this like wrappy cable. And then Caitlin Hunter said if you knit tight, you should move up a needle size in the color work section. So I moved up to a 8 on a 32-inch cable,
which I think will be good.
Yeah. So, and that seems to be working really well because I don't have any bunching. So from where I started my color work.
Yeah.
So I really like how that's working. I was really bummed because I couldn't find my interchangeable needles anywhere. So we've searched whole house. I don't know. Ever since we came back from Vogue, I have not seen them. So I don't know if I accidentally somehow lost them. Yeah.
That stinks.
So I actually had to buy US size 8 32-inch cable to start the color work section.
Sad day.
Yeah, because I didn't have any because that's what I have on my interchangeables. So I almost contemplated buying another set of interchangeables and then I was like, they have to be here somewhere. I don't want to buy another set. So I'm not giving up hope. They're somewhere in the house, I hope. Somewhere.
Oh, bummer.
But yeah. Either that or I'll just have to get another pair eventually.
Well, you know, 2 pairs is not a bad thing.
Yeah, when I find them, I'll
Totally.
just have twice as many needles.
Totally.
Twice as many projects, babe, that I can have on the needles.
She's gonna be me before you know it.
Which means I have to keep more project bags. So
Exactly. It's how it starts, folks. It starts.
That's how I justify it to my husband.
Oh. I don't even tell mine anymore. He's always just like, where did all these extra bags come from? Well, Amber bought fabric. That's where they came from.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. I don't know.
I buy fabric, I send her all the pictures. She's like, oh, I want that one and that one and that one. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. She has a owl fabric that, yeah, will be coming to live at my house. So that is gonna happen.
I'm pretty sure I'm keeping one of those too. So because of that, because she said she wanted one and I decided I was going to keep one, I actually bought extra fabric. So we both could keep one and I could still sell them.
Nice. That's funny. I'm stalling for just a second, folks. I have like 3 more stitches and then I will show you guys mine. Other than I totally dropped your little stitch marker. Where did it go? Oh no. No, no.
You can find it after.
Okay.
It's just the end one, right?
Yeah, for the last 3.
Yeah.
So I finished my shawl. What day did I finish it?
Thursday?
Maybe?
Friday.
Friday? Was it Friday? I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
It was towards the end of the week.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I love it, you guys. I could not love it more. I did make a kind of rookie mistake, but that's okay. So I will show it to you.
Did you tell me about this?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, that's right. Because I said it made me feel better.
Yeah. Oh no, that was on my own shawl.
That's right.
So, but I finished it, and I love it. And like Amber said, this is the Coda Kiss shawl by Caitlin Hunter.
I'm so glad you did the brown at the bottom.
I know, me too. I think it looks perfect with the brown at the bottom. So no, my rookie mistake is, given that I've never really done a ton of color work, I realized doing this project that the more contrasting your colors are, the better.
Oh,
because
that's right. Yeah.
I mean, you can see, but like my green and my blue doesn't show up as much because the hue of the green and the blue is almost too similar. So you don't see it as much as you would if it were, like, you see the green up here when it's with the brown, but down with the blue you don't see it as much.
Yeah, it's not as dramatic.
Yeah, but that's okay. I have every intention of knitting another one of these because I just got a brand new DK base. I can't wait for some of you guys to get to feel it. But, and then I did change my pattern slightly because I made my brown section bigger. So because I added more stitches, my ribbing on the bottom is different than what her pattern says. And I followed the ribbing that I did on my looking at her shawl. So I have the little point in the center of the shawl. So yeah. But other than that, I followed her instructions and I absolutely love it.
Me too. I can't wait for mine to be done.
I know, I can't wait to wear it. I might have to wear it right now because it's actually a little chilly out here.
Hey, it goes. You should wear it.
I should.
Yeah, just like that.
You see the color work? No. Whatever. I don't care. So yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
But I love it.
I almost wore my own shawl today.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was like, well, it's a little windy outside, so I might be able to get away with it. But then I was like, oh, the sun's out. I want to be like summery, so.
Yeah, right. We're willing the sun to stay and be warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if I put my knits on, it's gonna like start snowing or something.
Right. Totally.
I'll be like, oh, sorry, you put your hat on. Yeah. Summer's gone. It's done. So. Don't tempt fate.
Right. For sure.
So what do we want to talk about next?
Well, I have FOs.
Oh, that's
do you have FOs?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have FOs. Yay! They're not very big FOs, but
hey, they're still FOs. They count. And I'm going to put this away for right now, guys, because for a couple reasons. One, it's really hard to work on. And two, I feel like I'm just looking down and not at the camera. So I'll fix the rest of it later.
So funny story, we're gonna podcast on Friday.
Yes,
On Friday, and
then I got sick.
and then she got sick. So I was like, hey, we'll just wait and do it Monday. So then I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to get some stuff done. So I have a couple of
Totally. I did the same thing though. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get stuff done. So I got this done because it wasn't done yet.
Yeah. So I finished a couple things in like 2 days, but
Totally.
yeah, I don't know if they fully count because they're kind of small, but that's okay.
They totally count. They're still FOs. I think they work. They count.
Although my husband now says he wants matching dish towels. So.
Nice. I think that would be cute, actually. I have no idea if what you guys are seeing is what we are seeing, and if you are, we apologize. The sun just came in all of a sudden, and
It's a little bright.
we're like really washed out. So I don't know if that's going to be the same for you. If it is, we apologize.
Yeah, we're basking in the sun.
Yeah. I put my knits on. What
I
happened?
know. The sun came out. I thought it was supposed to snow.
It's supposed to be the opposite, right? That's funny. But, okay, so I have, I think I just have 2.
Okay, so you go first.
Okay.
Because I'll do mine together since
Okay.
they're the same.
So last podcast, I actually completely lied to you guys. It worked out, it was fine, but it wasn't until after I went home that I realized that I actually did have an FO last time because I finished this and I never showed it.
Yeah.
But this is the honeycomb hat by Amy Vandelar. I seriously love this thing, and I want to make another one. This one is definitely more of kind of like a beanie style, which isn't really my preference.
Yeah.
So my husband really likes this one though, and I have more of this Cleckheaton yarn. This is the Cleckheaton Superfine Merino in the mustard colorway, and I have, I think, another like skein and a half. So I'm going to knit another one and make it longer.
Cool.
So
it's almost the same color as your sweater.
Yes, almost. So I really love it in this yellowy color, but I almost think it needs to be in a rust color too.
Oh,
so
yeah, that would be beautiful.
Yeah. So I finished that. yeah.
Okay, so my two FOs are washcloths. Yay! So remember how when we talked about washcloths on our first episode, I was like, oh, I'm just going to have a ton of washcloths, and you're going to see me one day and I'm going to have one washcloth.
Yep.
And then I'll have another washcloth. So I only have two. I was hoping to like, when I cast on Friday, and I was like, ooh, maybe I can get 3 done.
Yeah.
And then the weekend happened, so I didn't get 3 done. But
these are different patterns
than
the one you showed on the very first one when you're like, I'll have washcloths done.
Oh, yeah, no. Not that one.
I have that. I have it. I should get it out while you're talking about it.
I do too, actually. So I guess I actually have a third FO.
Here's mine, guys.
And here's mine.
Because this was the most painful project ever. I quit. I gave up. I was like, nah, no. And I will be knitting my grandmother's favorites because I like them way better.
Yeah. So
no, thank you.
Grandmother's favorite.
Yeah. No, not gonna do it.
The size difference. Picks.
Crazy.
Beginners.
I guess we should preference because we had said we would do a review and we never did. So,
well, we were going to do that this time.
Oh, that's right. We're going to do it then. We can just do it
right now. So,
yeah.
So I showed on the first episode. We got. I ordered the knit picks. Let's see, so I can get it exactly right. I put it somewhere on here. Oh, Learn to Knit Club. It's their level 1 beginners. It's their dishcloth. And so this is the Fiesta Red color. I have to say, I like the fact that the kit came with 3 different colors of yarn. And I felt like the guide that they gave you was very informative. If you were just starting to knit, it gave really good pictures and instructions on how to do the stitches.
Yes.
I felt like it was a little hard to follow as far as it never gave you like a full outline of what the pattern was, like the requirements, like what you needed to do the project and how long it was supposed to be, and all of that was kind of spread out. So I felt like when I went back to look for things, it wasn't as easy to find. So for instance, I knit this a whole ½ inch longer than I needed to, because for some reason I had it in my head that it was supposed to be 9.5 inches, and it was just supposed to be 9 inches.
Yeah.
For me, that I was almost excited that I didn't make any mistakes on this, except for knitting it ½ inch too long.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the needles. I felt like they were too long. They were just straight needles. And
I have the one that it's on those.
Yeah.
So
the needles are actually really nice wood needles.
Yes, we talked about that. The needles themselves are beautiful. The kit itself was beautiful. Like Amber said, I think if you were buying that for a brand new knitter, or as a brand new knitter if you bought it, it's a very nice kit. Being a more experienced knitter, this pattern bored me to tears.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And because it's just, I mean, it's a square. And one, to me, this is not a washcloth size. This is
a dishcloth.
Right. It's way too big.
It's not, but it's almost not even a dishcloth, because it's not really big enough to be a towel, but it's not small enough to be a dishcloth.
Right.
It's kind of this. I mean, it's just
And
I feel like it's a Barbie's
blocked, right? You didn't block that.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a Barbie's blanket. That's like, or a doll blanket. That's the size of it.
Right.
You know, like my girls would use this for their American dolls.
Right.
But I don't really feel like, as far as like, you know, dishcloth, I mean, you could roll it over like this and then would work. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just kind of a weird size.
Yeah.
And I think for being a beginning knitter, just remembering my knitting class and stuff, I think doing this for 9.5 inches would have killed me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. I do like the yarn though. The dishy yarn.
Oh my gosh, I love the yarn.
Yeah, and like I said, the needles themselves are beautiful. They were way too long, I think, for this, and I almost honestly, I think they're too big personally. Yeah. And I know that a lot of times brand new knitters do still knit tight, but even you, with as tight as you knit,
it's not tight.
Yeah,
and I love it because it made it super squishy. Yeah. So it's a really nice squishy dishcloth. Right. But yeah, I think, like I said, for a beginning knitter, because I'm actually a little jealous right now. You like got
my little blanket, my shawl.
You got a shawl and a blanket, and I'm like sitting here. Yeah, no, because when I took my knitting class and they started us on like a scarf, and I didn't finish it because it was literally this. This was what it was, just this over and over and over again. I was like, oh my god, I'm so bored.
Yeah, no, don't want to do that
But I liked the kit. So I think for a beginning knitter, I liked that it came with everything you needed. Right. So it came with the needles, it came with the darning needle to weave in your ends, it came with the directions, it came with 3 beautiful skeins of yarn that I feel like you could at least get one of this size and one of this size out of. Actually, I did bring that. So this is how much I had left after I finished.
And you could totally get another red one out of that. Yeah. Or the grandmother's favorite.
Yeah, you could at least get this out of it. I would almost say that you could get this out of it.
Oh, probably.
So at least you got 3 of these, and you could get, so essentially 6 dishcloths out of it. And it was, $16. So, and you got your needles and your darning needle, and so good instructions. So I think if you're looking to start and you're not really sure where to start, that would definitely be a good option to get you all your pieces.
Yes, I agree.
But for even somebody like me who's only been doing it for a year or 2, I think just buy the yarn.
Yeah, I agree.
The yarn is amazing. I love it.
I agree. So I concur.
That's our review.
Yeah.
Now I have this washcloth. That's now my favorite.
Yes. Because these are the grandmother's favorite by Vintage, right? The ones that I told you about. Yeah.
Yep. They're really easy. I love them because you start with just the 4 stitches, and then you just grow to 44, and then you decrease back down to 4, and then you bind off. Yep. So
they are on my go-to washcloth pattern.
Yeah, I literally probably will never have to look at the pattern ever again. Nope. Because it's so easy to remember. Yep. So that's pretty awesome.
And I love them. They remind me of the washcloths my Aunt Marguerite used to make. Like, that's exactly what they look like.
Well, and they're squishy. I'm really excited to have, because I know the cotton yarn holds water better, so it should be more absorbent. And I tend to get migraines every once in a while, so it'll be really great for putting, across my forehead like this while I'm sleeping. And
you should do that again. That was cute.
Across my forehead like this.
I love it. Yes.
So,
yay, FOs.
Yay! I finally have some FOs. Woohoo!
I have another one. Look,
she just stays home, so.
Yeah, that's all I do.
You didn't tell me you finished it.
I know, it's done! And the ends are woven in. It just needs buttons.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know.
Okay. Like.
Yay!
Look at it.
I love it. So you want to see my stupid mistake? And it's funny. I actually like my mistake better than how it's supposed to be. So I think when I do the next one. So I I misread the pattern when I was doing this. So you see how there's the little pearl rib between each of the colors? Okay, well, so you go into the color work and then you do that. So there's supposed to be a yellow pearl ridge here.
Yeah, I think mine.
And I never did it, but I did it on that side because I read the pattern right. So there's a yellow one and then the 3 things of color, but there's not one here. Oh. I like it better without. I don't like the yellow one as much. I don't know. I was all the way through the green before I realized that I had a yellow one over here and not over here. I was so tempted to rip it out and not have it there because I don't have one on this side. But I was like, nah, whatever, no one's gonna see it.
Well, and when you wrap it,
I know, no one's gonna see it, so I'm like, nah. But I kind of like it better without it. I like that the color work, it just goes into the color work.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like, but at the same time, it is more
uniform.
Like it's uniform with it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll like it better if I do it on both ends next time.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I would say, I know mine has the...
Yeah, yours does. But I love it. I'm so happy it's done because it's been on here for more than a year. And now I can start my next one for the knit along in June. Or July. July is when we're doing it, right? Oh, my end is coming out.
Yeah. July.
Yeah, July.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I love it. It just needs buttons. I can't decide what buttons I want, though. So it doesn't have buttons yet.
I have a lot of those handmade buttons.
Oh. I'm thinking it either needs something like wood ones or something like gray.
Yeah. Well, that's where I was with mine. I was like either wood buttons or I wanted gray toggles because I thought toggles would be super cute.
They would be,
but I couldn't find any toggles that weren't like super expensive. Yeah. So I was like, well, guess we're going with the wood buttons.
Yeah. But I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this pattern. So.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it's done.
Oh, you didn't tell me you finished it.
Yeah. It's done. I know, it was supposed to be a surprise. And I'm just going to add it to my lap o knits here because I'm cold now. So I'm just going to, it's my schlanket.
Well, I think that can take us into planning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, our next Ohm shawls.
Yeah.
We'll do these. You're going to do 2.
I'm going to do 2, and I don't have the second one with me. So, yeah, this one will be the one I'm doing for me. And then next time I'll hopefully have the yarn that I can show you guys. But I'm doing the Thackeray set. So my main color is this kind of champagne-y, it's a really light mauve champagne color. It's hard to see on screen. It looks more brown than it actually is. And then a teal and a mocha and then kind of a cerulean blue.
Yeah.
So that one will be mine.
So, and then these are my colors.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited about because these are totally in my palette. Yes. So there's like a really dark black, gray, charcoaly color. And then this really pretty purple, lighter purple, and then like an ice blue. Yeah. So I'm really excited. This is what we're working on for the knit along. We're both co-hosting, and it will start July 1st. July 1st.
Yeah.
So, and then
Amber and I are going to do, so I'm not doing it on this one, but on the other one I'm doing, and you're doing it on yours, right? The striped color thing.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we decided if you see the middle section, so there's the ridges, the pearl or the garter ridge. So we decided to kind of help break up the boring long center section. That ridge is going to be striped in with a color. So
So I'm going to do the blue.
Yeah. So Amber's going to do blue.
So that main section will be this dark gray color, and then the striped ridges on it will be blue, which I think it'll look really pretty.
I think so too.
And I think it'll help make it knit faster because right now the middle section just seems to that was probably my least favorite part because it was just like forever.
Yeah, it took a long time.
But
and then my second one, so my main color is going to be cream. And then my contrast colors will be a really, really dark olive green, a rust, and then a charcoal. And so I'm going to stripe in the olive green on the cream.
Yeah, that's going to be really pretty.
So, Joss. And I'm giving that one away to a friend. And those are the colors that she will like. So, Joss! But I'm excited. I can't wait to get this one cast on. I think it'll be pretty.
Yeah, me too. I'm especially because you get to see all the colors like right away. So there's no like waiting.
I know, like how are they going to look together? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I like that part too. And then I have one other planning thing. Do you?
I do.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what it is. This is why I take notes. Yeah. Because otherwise, oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm throwing things.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I can.
Okay. I'm still grabbing my stuff.
So I finished, my 2 big projects. So I only really have one other big project on the needles, which is still my Voyager sweater, which just needs the sleeves. So I'm hoping to have that done soon. So my next big cast on is going to be the Sunset Highway sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And so I got yarn wound up. So my color work is going to be these 3. So the color work goes at the yoke at the top. And so I have, I have Gray Skies, Warblers, which is a really pretty kind of blue color. It's almost the same cerulean blue that's going to be in my other shawl. And then Tin Roof Rusted, which is a beautiful rust color. So that will be the top. And then the body of my shawl is the Swinger of Birches colorway. So it's kind of a white with toffee and gray. So that will be the body of my sweater.
I'm excited to see that one.
Me too.
I love those colors together.
I can't hold them all together.
Juggle!
I know, right?
You're supposed to juggle.
I know. There.
Don't drop them.
I know, right? So that's going to be, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I am a little nervous that the body of my sweater is going to be white because I just, inevitably I'm going to spill something on it.
We'll tell you what, if you really don't like it, I love white, so I'll take it.
There you go. She's like, I would gladly take that off your hand. No problem.
No problem. Just, you won't have to pull me at all. Just
So.
Okay, so I forgot to print out my picture. So I'm going to try to show it to you guys this way. So, yeah, my sister is pregnant. Yay! And she's due on my birthday, which is crazy. Pretty cool, considering her and I are both December babies ourselves. And so it's pretty neat that she's actually due on my birthday. And I was thinking it'd be really cool to make that hat for her baby. And so I'm going to do these colors.
Oh my goodness.
So this really pretty red. And they're both from Malabrigo.
You gotta love Malabrigo.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's their Mecca. Yep. It's their Mecca. So do this one and then this one. So I don't know if you can see on the screen, but it's got the green one's got a little tiny bit of blue in it, which is I really like. So Christmas, baby. So you gotta have a Christmas hat.
Totally. So cute.
And
big giant pom-pom on top, right?
Yeah. I think the picture had that, didn't it? Oh no, it doesn't have pom-pom on top.
You're gonna do one though, right?
No. It's ears.
Oh, that's right. Ears. The bear ears. That's right.
Bear ears.
That's right.
Little bows on them. So cute.
That's right.
So I'm actually really excited to get cast onto that because one, it's a baby hat, so I know it's not going to take very long.
Totally.
And these colors are just like,
they're beautiful.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Yeah, I think I should have actually enough yarn that I can make my youngest one too. So let's see. I'll tell you what pattern it is because you probably want to know what pattern it is. It's called the Cabled Bear Hat, and it's by Melody's Makings. So it's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry, and the pattern comes with several sizes, so all the way from preemie all the way up through child sizes on it. So
cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was, I don't know, the cutest one I found.
Yeah.
You know how I got the idea?
What?
When we were at that first knit night we went to at the studio, and I can't remember her name, but the blonde that was there, she's making the little preemie hat with the bear ears on it. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, and my sister has a
thing for bears.
A thing for teddy bears. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. It can put little bear ears on it, and it's gonna be Christmas colors. So if you're watching, Kate, you still have to be surprised.
Yeah. Totally.
So that was my second planning. I have lots more planning, but I have to spread them out. You guys don't get to all see them at one time.
So we should probably do our confessions of a knitter section, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
I'll grab my stuff out. So we do want to do our first projects first?
Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Oh my gosh.
This is my very first pattern ever. So this, I had to write it down. It's called the Stripy Slouchy Beret by Annie Shakaran, or Shakaran. It is a cotton yarn that I got at Paradise Fibers, and I have no idea what it is. I don't remember the color. And I, at that time, was horrible with my Ravelry notes, so it doesn't even say. The ends are still not woven in because that just never happened. But yeah, this is my very first, and because I was like, okay, I got this, I made another one of these like right afterwards out of some, I think it was like a crazy Zauber ball thing. No, because those are fingering, I don't even know. And sent it to my friend Heather. And that like started my whole knitting obsession. It was this stupid, like, haven't ever worn it hat. This right here. That was it for me.
You've never worn it?
Maybe once. Like, truthfully, I think Emma's worn it more than I have. No.
Well, at least somebody's worn it.
Yeah. Here, I'll wear it right now.
Ooh.
That's the,
no. So beautiful.
No, it's not. No, it's not good at all.
You're like, now let me see if I can get it off without messing the hair up.
No, I'm just going. You're just going backwards tonight. Yeah. No. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever worn it, but it's soft and it's squishy, and I did pretty good.
Cute, yeah.
There are definitely some things that are like,
a little wonky.
Oh yeah. For sure. Like, you can see my decreases, but hey, I had never done it before. So I think I tied the ends together in a knot. They wouldn't go like they're still, So, but I did it, and it started my knitting obsession, and so.
And look how far you've come.
I know. Yeah, from that to this, right?
Yeah.
So that was my very first project ever.
Okay, so mine. What is this?
Oh, it's so pretty.
And I made it for, we went to Hawaii, 3 years ago? 2 years ago.
2 years.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years. Not last summer, but the summer before.
My 13th wedding anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Hawaii as a huge family trip, and so we went in June, and we were there over my wedding anniversary. So my husband and I renewed our vows while we were there, which was really sweet. And I had just learned to knit in February, right before. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make a shawl, and I'm going to make my daughter a shawl, and my oldest, because she was knitting with me, she's going to make herself a shawl, and we're all going to wear these shawls in Hawaii.
Gotta love a knitter, right? Like, jumping in with both feet.
So this was called, I have to look it up because I don't remember. The Lovely Ruffly Shawl by Rebecca Liddycoat. And I learned to knit on wood needles, so I started this on wood needles. And I can't tell you what kind of yarn I know it's fingering weight yarn, but I don't remember who it's by, because I didn't ever write that kind of stuff down when I first started.
I don't even remember.
So definitely have a few flaws in it. I think there's a couple spots where I dropped a stitch, and so I just, oh, right there.
Yeah.
Right in front of me. I dropped a stitch, and then I just grabbed it.
Smart thinking. Hey, it worked.
So we say that's the bottom side.
Totally.
So, this pattern actually wasn't too bad to start, but every so often you knit front and back the entire row. So you literally double all your stitches in a row. So the first time I did that wasn't bad. And then the next time I did that, I was like, what the hell? And then when you get down here towards the bottom, that's all you do for like several rows to create this beautiful ruffles.
I remember her being like, each row takes like 2 hours.
Yeah.
She was not a fan.
Well, then I had to bind off, and I was like,
yeah.
Oh my god, how is there so many stitches on the needle? I remember, I think I texted you, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm done! Yay, I'm done! And then I was like, oh no, I have to bind off. And that took me like another 3 weeks to bind it off.
Totally.
Needless to say, we did not wear shawls in the, my youngest actually did wear this, because I did have this one done, but I did not have mine done. Mine was not done.
No.
It was still on the needles. I was frantically trying to finish it while we were in Hawaii. So, but I love it. Yeah. I get lots of compliments on it.
It's very, and it looks beautiful on you. It's a great color for you, and it looks beautiful on Savannah too.
Yeah. So my youngest and I share it.
Yeah. It's pretty. I like it. You did a good job.
Yeah. So my very first project.
It's way better than my very first project.
I don't think I will ever knit this pattern again though.
Yeah.
Because I love the ruffles. The ruffles are so pretty, but
I have a pattern that's similar. So one of my very first shawl patterns it's called the TGV. It was kind of the same way. By the time you got to the end of it, I'm like, I have to bind this thing off. That and the citron, because the citron is this beautiful like crescent shaped thing, but the bottom is ruffly. I swear there were like 500 stitches on that.
Yeah, I
gave that one to my mother-in-law and have vowed to never knit it again. It was beautiful. But.
Yeah, I can't remember how. I think there was over 500 stitches because it's fingering. So it was insane. For being a first time binding something off, I was like, what is binding off? What did I do?
What did I get myself into?
Yeah. Well, and then because I'm such a tight knitter, doing this on wood needles was like torture. I mean, it was taking me forever to just do a row because I couldn't move my stitches and
yeah, nope, doesn't sound fun to me.
But yeah, I like it. Now I have something on.
Totally. You can wear that one too in a minute.
Just put them both on.
Totally. Okay. So here's my next one. And this is the Zaria by Shannon Squire. And if you've been a long-time viewer of mine, you saw this years ago. So here's what I love and what I don't love. What I love is I absolutely love how this particular variegated colorway knit up. I think it is stunning. And this is, it's called Glamorous, and then the pink one is Pink Feather Boa. And these were club colorways dyed years ago. I loved knitting the pattern. I loved the pattern on the pattern page. I loved the way the yarn knit up. I hate how small it is. It was like double this size in the pattern picture.
That was this too. Like if you pulled up the pattern picture, it looked like it had a huge wingspan.
This thing was giant in the picture, and now it's, so this is, anyone who's, you know, read anything I posted on Instagram or Ravelry will know that when I first started knitting, I knit a ton of shawls, but they were all like teeny tiny, and I just don't wear them because it's like I don't feel like they go around enough. I feel like they just look funny, like they don't lay well.
And like if you lay them on your shoulders, I guess maybe because we're both a little heavier set, you know, I feel like it makes me look even bigger because I feel like I have this itty bitty shawl on my really big shoulders. So like this I would never wear as a shawl because it's just I feel like it's too small. So that's what bums me out. And I've honestly, because I love the way the variegated yarn knit up so much, I've honestly considered ripping it out
and using it for something else because I just don't ever wear it.
Yeah.
I've never worn it because it's tiny compared to what the picture was. I mean,
like, it looks like a little, almost like a little 4-year-old, 6-year-old size.
I know.
Yeah.
And in the picture, I mean, it was huge. She's holding it up, and it's like it almost touched the floor. And I did everything exactly the way she did it. So I don't know. So yeah, that was one of those, like, I love the yarn. I just wasn't happy with the end result. So
Could you imagine making this bigger?
no, I wouldn't make that bigger.
But it's literally one of those, like I said, you wouldn't ever, and it's so pretty with the ruffles that it would be perfect to wear as a shawl, but because it's so small.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter wears it as a shawl all the time, and it looks super cute on her.
Yeah, but she's about that big around.
Yeah, exactly. She's like 10 and a stick. So.
Yes. So yeah, that was my second one. So,
Okay.
I might at some point rip it out. I don't know.
It's hard because you put all that work into it, so it's hard to
Exactly.
want to tear it back out. But
Excuse me. Sorry, guys. So
okay, well, my next project is, and if you've followed me on Instagram, you'll know that I absolutely love this cowl. I've made several of them.
that's the drop stitch one, right?
The drop stitch cowl. Yeah. So my first one I actually made, I was going to show, but I couldn't find it because my daughter didn't put it back in the drawer where it's supposed to go. So, which I guess is fair, it's hers, but still, I'm like, put all the knit things back in this drawer. So the first one I made was for her, and I loved it, but it's like the perfect size for a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear it around my neck, it's too small.
Yeah.
So with this one, I was going to double the stitch count.
I remember this.
So I doubled the stitch count. I got cast onto it last year when we were in Glacier, and I was so excited. And I think I got to here. So I was short 2 repeats, and I started running out of yarn.
Yeah.
So then it went in timeout, and then I was like, okay, well, I guess I better tear it back out. So I teared it back out and did 1.5 times the stitch count.
Yeah.
And then I had enough yarn. So this was 2 skeins of, this is Ohloops Harvest colorway on your bulky, right?
Yeah, the Harvest Party
the
on,
Harvest.
yeah, my single ply bulky.
Yeah, so so it took 2 full skeins. I think I only had like an itty bitty amount left. But this size for me is way better.
Yeah.
Because it actually...
I wore that at Vogue, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just finished this. Remember,
right.
I didn't even have the ends weaved in.
That's right.
So we both wore it.
Yeah.
We took turns. But yeah, I'll put it on. Let's see. I do this without. So the only thing I would have done different is I didn't do a stretchy enough bind off. So it's a little tight right here.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit more stretchy. But I like how it fits really well.
Yeah, it looks pretty on you.
Yeah. Whereas my my daughter's, like, if I was to put that on, it'd be like wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah.
It was way too tight. So, but then I made one this size for my sister that I gave to her in February. So, and hers was like pink and black because those are her colors. And her mother-in-law wants me to make her one that's like sunset colors. So,
Okay.
yeah, she's like, I really want one. So I'm like, she offered to pay me for it, but I'll probably just be nice and make one.
Cool.
I like, this is kind of my go-to pattern because it takes like no time.
Yeah.
I can finish this in a
Bulky
week.
yarn.
Yeah, so.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Do you have another one?
Nope. That was it. So the only things I have left are yarn email and our little bit of shop news.
That's what I have too. So do you want to do yarn email first?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I got this one today. Somebody brought me a present.
Yes, I did.
It's second start to the right. I'm so excited. I love these colors. You see the pink?
Yeah.
This is very much in my color palette, so.
Yep.
Thank you.
I knew it would be. You're welcome. Yes.
It's really nice having a friend,
Yeah.
a best friend who dyes yarn.
or makes bags with all the pretty things. Yes.
We keep each other in business.
Totally. Well,
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh,
isn't that beautiful?
that is so pretty.
Yeah. This I saw and I had to have. So this is by the lovely Amy from Conjure Hand Dyed Yarns. And you can find her on Etsy. And I follow her on Instagram. And her husband takes a bunch of her pictures of her yarn and stuff. And every time I see the picture, I'm like, oh, I need to go buy that. I can't go buy it every time I see the picture.
I think your husband needs to start taking all the pictures of my yarn. Hint, hint.
He's got his hair.
I know he's not listening to
He's not listening to us.
He's not listening to us.
He's just sitting behind the camera with his headphones on.
He fixes the podcast though, and then he'll know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hint, hint. So yeah, so I got this from the lovely Amy, and then she also was super sweet and sent me little mini minis.
Cute.
I like to include little samples of yarn in my thank you gifts. So when you order a bag from me, you get a little extra present.
Cute.
Normally it's Ohloops yarn because I support my best friend. But every once in a while I like to try to also support other local indie dyers.
Yeah.
And so she sent me this, and she's also offering a coupon code.
Oh, cool.
And let me pull it up real quick so I say it right. So she is offering 10% off in her shop, and use coupon code Friends of Banana and Bean. And we'll post that up on the screen too. But
And it'll be in the show notes too.
yeah, but so you'll get a little sample, get to try a little bit of her yarn, and I haven't knit anything with it yet, but it's really pretty.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely not over processed, which
It smells good too.
yeah.
Nice. His
Oh.
solstice colorway.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's 100% superwash merino.
231 yards.
Yeah, DK, right?
Yeah, enchanting DK.
Yep.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it yet.
You're not gonna make anything because it's coming home with me. Oh, it's so pretty.
See, look at you, all professional, holding the yarn, and
I'm being Miss Vanna White.
and then my last little piece is from Expression Fiber Arts. If you follow her on Instagram, she typically has pictures that inspire her colorways that she puts up with them. And this has 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 10% silk, 250 yards 4-ply on a DK base. So, but it's so soft.
Yeah, it is. I love this like acid green color.
Yeah,
So
I like
fun.
all those colors. They pair really well together.
It totally needs to be something for Halloween.
So I'm making Bella a slouchy hat.
Totally.
Yeah.
That'll be perfect.
Although it has my least favorite stitch ever for like the entire hat, so we'll see how it goes. It's the yarn over, knit two together.
So funny.
I have a hard time with those stitches because I have a hard time getting my needle through both of my stitches to do the knit two together. So.
That's funny. Okay.
Ooh.
My first yarn email is from our good friend Miss Sarah of Sierra Craft. And you can find her on Etsy. Yes, at sierracraft.etsy.com.
She had those at the...
She did. She had them at the trunk show, the Knit anniversary, and I loved them. And so when we came home, I messaged her and said, I forgot to grab those from you, and I think I need them. So this is, these are her bulky singles, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 76 yards, and this is the Amalfi colorway. I love it.
Those are pretty.
I have no idea what I'm making. Maybe a drop stitch cowl, I don't know.
Ooh, you know what? That would be really pretty.
Yeah, I think so too. And I am horrible, and we actually have a coupon code for all of you guys from Sarah, but I forgot to bring it, so I will put it in the show notes because it's good for her shop as well for the summer. So I need to get that up for you guys. And then last but not least, I have skeins that I will probably be hoarding for a while because lovely Amber of Maker's Haven is no longer dyeing yarn. So I got some sock sets. I have two I just bought from her not very long ago. And this one is called Little Sock Set on her 75-25 base. And this is the Head in the Clouds colorway. Ooh. And this isn't really, this one's more purple than it's showing up. It's kind of showing up black, but it's purple.
I like those together.
I know,
that is really pretty.
And then this one is her brand new one that I just got. This one is called Summertime. And this one is on the 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% sparkle. I love that one too.
That's pretty.
And then last but not least, I bought this adorable little set of minis, and it says called You Found the Butterflies. I know.
I love that name.
I know. I love her yarn. Her yarn is beautiful, and she always comes up with beautiful little names. So I hope someday she decides to come back to doing it, but I 100% understand. Her and I talk a lot because she and I we have very similar busyness because she was dyeing yarn, but she's also started writing a book, and she homeschools her 3 little kids. So she's just like, I just can't right now. I'm like, I get it, trust me.
Yeah.
I fully understand. But so
well, maybe she'll have a book published.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but that's the yarn I got from her, and I'm kind of hoarding it for a little bit. So
have to find just the right thing.
I know, I have no idea what they're gonna be, so I don't know. But all right, I think that's it. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna lose light pretty soon.
We are.
So we probably should.
I know the light has gone. Although it's almost like ambiance now. Like I feel like we need to have a little fire pit going.
I know, right? Like roast some marshmallows.
Totally.
I actually had marshmallows in the.
Just what I need.
Maybe next time we should be just a little bit later, like this. I like this. It's kind of romantic feeling.
Yeah, cozy.
Cozy. Yeah, cozy.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it, guys. So until next time, happy knitting.
Yep. Happy knitting.
Bye.
Bye.